Hello, hello, my friends. I'm kicking off the week with another candle review. Today we're going to be talking about Bath & Body Works Pumpkin Donut Shop. This candle is an online exclusive right now with Bath & Body Works. It is a returning fragrance, and it is one of their standard 3-wick 14-ounce vessels. However, you will see that I'm kind of at a spot where I normally don't review candles, but you're gonna quickly figure out why I am doing this review so early on in the burn of this candle. So we have fragrance notes listed as glazed donuts, warm pumpkin spices, and sprinkled with powdered sugar. So like I said, this fragrance is an online exclusive. I did purchase it a couple of weeks ago. I think it was when they were running like a $12.95 sale. Plus I had a coupon, I believe, maybe for like some free shipping, I feel like. And I was really excited to see this candle make a return. I had never tried it before. It sounded delicious. I got it in, I smelled it, and I thought, okay. So the fragrance notes that really stood out to me were honestly that powdered sugar note really stands out to me the most, especially when you open up this candle and smell the lid. That is the first thing that I noticed. And behind that, while I think that they are using this fragrance note to achieve that glazed donut accord, what my nose detects is kind of like a yeasty type of donut. It comes across like a mix of a pastry, like a yeasty pastry with powdered sugar, which quite frankly, I mean, I guess in some ways that is a donut. However, I was expecting the donut accord that I tend to get from Harry Slatkin in the Homeworks candles. I do believe that Homeworks still probably nails a donut accord better than anybody else in the game. And so truthfully, you guys, I was a little bit disappointed by this fragrance on Cold Sniff. Now, I have lit it up, and the more that I have smelled this candle, do you know what I equate the fragrance to this candle being? This is going to be a very specific reference, but for those of you who have ever gone to Disneyland, and I think they sell them at Disney World as well. I've only been to Disney World once, but I've been to Disneyland several times. This fragrance to me reminds me a lot of the Mickey beignets that you can pick up over in like New Orleans Square when you get that bag and you open it up and it's got all the powdered sugar. But it's almost like, but also not the freshly hot Mickey beignets. It's like the Mickey beignets that have been sitting in the bottom of the stroller for like 2 hours as you're going around. I feel like that's what this fragrance smells like to me. It's not like a fresh hot donut with powdered sugar on it. It's almost like a stale donut with some powdered sugar on it. I guess that's the best way that I can describe it. I don't smell any warm pumpkin spices, whatever that would be. Me, when I see pumpkin spice, I think of cinnamon, nutmeg, clove. That's typically what I will think of. I don't smell any of that in this fragrance. To me, like I said, this very much is powdered sugar heavy with a little bit of what I guess they are trying to have be a donut accord in the background, but it doesn't smell like a freshly baked donut to me, or fried donut, I guess. It's not a fresh donut to me. It smells more like a little bit like a stale donut, I guess. So I am not very crazy about the fragrance of this one, but I did see a lot of people say, you know, that one really transforms upon burn, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a shot. So let's go ahead and talk about the performance. Y'all, what is going on here? Look at those wicks. Like, what? So because these wicks are so puny and pathetic, and truth be told, you guys, I'm batch filming some candle reviews, so I did initially light this candle outside, which is why I think that it was able to achieve a wax pool in this time period. I lit this candle about 45 minutes ago, and it just finished completely pooling out. I think that the reason why it even pulled out a little bit faster than it did the other day is because I lit this outside initially, and it is currently 96 degrees outside. So I think that helped matters a little bit. But you guys, this is pathetic. And honestly, because the flames are so puny here, the strength and throw is very minimal. Like, I'm sitting maybe 2 feet away from this candle right now, and I can't even smell it. It's basically an unscented candle at this point. So I hate to be the bearer of bad news, you guys, but this candle is going back to Bath and Body Works. I am actually going to extinguish it right after I am done with this review, so that way I can put it in my go back pile. But I did want to give you guys this dedicated review because I do know that this candle was pretty anticipated. A lot of people were excited to see it make a return. I did not pick up the other candle that is offered in this launch. I think it was the pumpkin nut butter. I didn't pick that one up. But yeah, you guys, really, really disappointing so far on this performance. And some other fragrance brands, sometimes they can start a little bit slower. I'm talking about You Homeworks. I know that sometimes their wicks can look a little bit puny on the first burn, but eventually they pull out, and they have a history of their wicks getting stronger the more burns. Whereas with Bath and Body Works, particularly this fall, all of the candles that I have had that have started out like this, I have had major issues with throughout the entire burn. My Pumpkin Bonfire was like this, which was such a disappointment because that's an amazing fragrance. Pumpkin Bonfire really struggled like this. My Summer Boardwalk candles ironically started out like this, and I did end up having to take them back in. I'm trying to think if there was another one that I felt like did this from the outset. But yeah, it's really disappointing. I don't know why they went ahead and went with this super, super slow burning wick. I have a feeling it might be because if they get a wick that burns hotter, that the fragrance oils in here might come across as being scorched. But I'm going to tell you guys, if you're eyeing this one because it's an online exclusive, I am going to tell you that unless you plan on putting this one in the crock, and if you like a fragrance like stale Mickey beignets from Disneyland, then this might be for you. But otherwise, if you like to burn your candles and if you're hoping for an authentic pumpkin donut fragrance, you are going to be, in my opinion, disappointed in this candle. So I'm going to tell you guys, save your money on this one. I know that's not a popular opinion, but it is the one that I have for all of you. Please hit thumbs up if you liked this video or found it helpful. Feel free to comment down below. I do always include the batch number down there as well, so that way you guys can compare your batch number to mine. Maybe you've got a batch that is performing well. We do know that Bath and Body Works can be a little bit inconsistent with that. So feel free to comment down below if you're having a little bit different burn experience. You will also find in the description box, I always like to include my home layout and everything, which I don't feel like that really pertained as much to this review because, like I said, I'm sitting 2 feet away from this and I can't smell it at all. Very, very disappointing candle, but I do always like to include that for all of you. Consider subscribing to my channel if you're new. I do a lot of dedicated reviews, hauls, empties, and everything in between. I do want to say thank you so very, very much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.